Ocean father, I was wrong. Years I followed just the sun. Now I see your darkness holds the key. I close my eyes and I begin to see. When we're alone, when
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Crypto Educator. How you all doing today? It's a Saturday evening and I'm also kind of chilling in the market. Nothing much is happening right here. The price action is still drifting sideways, but essentially we got a new weekly candle open where we have a new candidate in the price action. I mean, essentially we could be setting in a new higher low in context to all the previous higher lows in the chart itself, right? So without any further ado, I'm simply going to jump into the charts right here on Bitcoin itself, which is quite clear. Oh my goodness, we don't have any charts right here. There we go. I think it might be clearly visible now. Alright, all cool. Essentially, Bitcoin onto these levels is setting in a new higher low as of now. But essentially the thing is that you should not weigh in a lot of price action behavior on a weekend, guys, because the thing is that on the CMEs, all the professionals are taking that little weekend off, right? So all the professionals in the markets are not really trading that much. So should we give a lot of weight into this price action right here? Essentially not. But the thing is that if you are long in crypto markets, if you are longing the fuck out of all your net worth on any altcoin or Ethereum or Bitcoin, it really depends on one key element right here, one key price point right here, which is going to be at 22,500 regions. If you see Bitcoin closing a daily trend below this price point, to hell with all of the bullish bias, guys. That's it, right? I mean, once you lose this price point, you're going to be jumping back into the choppy range, which will take the price action all the way down towards maybe 18,500 at first. So that is what I'm looking forward to in the coming days. But essentially, until you're holding 22.5k on a daily trending basis, this is the first indication, guys. Like, I mean, I just want to recap all the previous live streams. I've been saying the same thing for the previous 4 live streams altogether. This is the level that you should be concerned about, right? $22,500 levels right here. And essentially, the price action that you should be concerned about is this bullish engulfing candle that we had on yesterday's candle closure. You saw that the candle did close in a bullish engulfing fashion right here above $23,000, guys. So this is the first indication that maybe in this entire price action region, for the first time in a very long time, we could be looking at a continuation trend as compared to all the higher lows in this entire price action zone altogether, right? So most of the trend biases, all the bullish biases is going to be stabilized at $22,500 regions altogether, guys. Maybe 22.5. All right, 22.5. That is the key risk management. So this is what Bitcoin is doing in the small to mid time frames, essentially on the weekly time frame as well, because CMEs closed above the 200 simple as well. So we do have a lot of things to follow up on, right? So until you are holding this price action at 22.5k, things are looking fine for the most of the crypto assets out there, and that is being clearly indicated by what Ethereum is also doing in the market, right? You saw that Bitcoin bullishly engulfed above 22.5k, and this entire leg to the upside was about a 3% leg, right? And on Ethereum altogether, on the other hand, we had a 10% move to the upside. So you can see how altcoins are extremely strengthful. If you want to compare the price action with Bitcoin, altcoins are massively strengthful in the market, which is a clear-cut indication that yes, we are still early in the trend as far as we are managing all the risk below this price point, which is going to be at $1,600 flat, guys. Now, if you are following up with all the streams that I've been putting up for the previous week altogether, the 12-hour time frame is the key indicator for this entire movement to the upside, right? And on the 12-hour itself, we saw a crazy bullish engulf. Holy fuck, guys. Look at this fucking candle right here. I mean, in one single candle on the 12-hour time frame, we saw the price action trending all the way towards $1,700 on a closing basis. That reinforces your $1,600 regions altogether. So once again, all the risk management or altcoins as well is going to be at $1,600 flat. If you watch Ethereum going below $1,600 on a daily trending basis, or maybe on a 12-hour trending basis as well, most likely the altcoins will start telling you things otherwise, right? The trend will probably shift into a bearish bias, and then we'll probably talk about $1,400 target for Ethereum itself. But until this price action is holding on above this entire zone right here, which is going to be a big indication for the coming week itself, things will look different, right? So most of the risk management is going to be at the 10% bottom side range from these current price points, which is going to be at your $1,600 once again, guys. It's all happening on the 4-hour time frame. I mean, essentially everything is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So if you see a trend on a 4-hour closing and an opening basis below 1,600 regions, things will revert out, things will change, Ethereum will change, and the altcoin landscape will change as well, which is why all the eyes towards Ethereum being above $1,600 flat. I do expect if Ethereum loses 1,600, guys, things will look quite different, honestly. I mean, we'll talk about $1,400 target, because honestly, if you look at the relative strength index in the market, everything has been bearishly diverging, guys. You can see between this part and this price point and this price point right here, we had a massive bearish divergence, and once again we are still formulating a bearish divergence, right? And this entire price action is simply within the context of the greater trend right here, which is the massive sell side liquidity zone, or maybe a kill side liquidity zone at $1,800 flat, guys. This is it. I mean, this is literally which we have been speculating on for the entire week altogether. So if you see Ethereum trending above $1,800, that's going to be massively confidence inducing in the coming days and for the rest of the week itself, right? Then maybe Bitcoin will also trend towards 25,000, guys. That is the ultimate target for Bitcoin, and select to the upside. If Bitcoin does that, if essentially Bitcoin trends all the way towards $25,000, we have a clear-cut leg on Ethereum that will take the price action all the way towards 2,500, guys. That is a clear-cut 20% range to capitalize on, right? And here's the thing, I mean, essentially, if you are looking at Ethereum making these crazy 10-20% moves in the market, you have a lot of altcoin setups as well. So it all boils down to one single fact: do you have your risk management in place? Well, essentially, if you have your risk management in place, things will look completely fine, and Ethereum's trend to 2,500 is going to give you an edge in the market if you're trading altcoins altogether. That means that altcoins will simply trend up by maybe 30% or 40% as well. So in the coming week, things will be massively different, guys. Things will be mad. Things will be mad. At least this is something which I'm speculating on as well. I mean, essentially, if Ethereum loses this entire sell side liquidity zone, good things will follow up for the entire altcoin market. That means essentially good days, right? But that comes with the price, guys. Essentially, if you lose 1,600, then things will look different. So until Ethereum is above 1,600, things are looking completely fine. With that said, let's talk about MATIC, which is looking really aggressive right here. You can see the trend is really aggressive. If you compare MATIC's price action to any L1 blockchain as well, like if you talk about Solana's price action, if you talk about Polkadot's price action or Cardano's price action, you can see that MATIC is already interacting with the 55 simple on the 3-day time frame itself, which simply tells us that the trend is quite aggressive on the 3-day for MATIC itself. So this is maybe a leading indicator, guys. I mean, essentially, if MATIC is trending like that, that simply means that altcoins could simply replicate the price action which is coming from MATIC against the US dollar pair right here. And all the risk management of MATIC itself is simply going to be at the current price point, which is going to be literally at $1 flat. If you see MATIC trending above $1, that is going to be the first indication that maybe altcoins will really start picking up from these levels, and maybe Bitcoin will also take that leg to the upside all the way towards $25,000 flat. Essentially, if you see this one trending above the 55 simple, things will kind of change, guys. So I'm treating MATIC against the USD pair as a leading indicator in the market. If you really clear this level to the upside, good things will follow up for the entire crypto markets and the altcoins itself, right? So in this video, we'll talk about MATIC, Filecoin, Bitcoin. We did talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum as well. You can see, guys, the picture is quite clear on Bitcoin. I mean, yes, all of the risk management right here at 22.5k until you are holding above this price point right here, which is kind of aligning with the good looking support at this entire region. Things are completely fine for most of the crypto assets out there. And if you align that price action with Ethereum itself, it's going to be at $1,600 flat. So Bitcoin at 22.5k, Ethereum at $1,600 flat is going to be your key indicator, guys. Now, once again, this is a strategy which I have been implementing all throughout my cryptocurrency trading journey, guys. If Bitcoin is losing some key levels, probably Ethereum is also going to lose some key levels, right? And if Ethereum is losing some key levels, altcoins most likely are going to look like shit. That is what happens again and again in the market, right? With that said, I think MATIC has also been taken care of, with Ethereum's risk management region being at $1,600 flat. For MATIC, this is going to be at 75 cents altogether, guys. If you lose 75 cents on MATIC on a daily trending basis, things will start looking different altogether, right? So I think this is the right time to jump into Filecoin right here. So Filecoin against USDT. let's see what Filecoin is doing, guys. I mean, on the previous video I was talking about the 4-hour trends on Filecoin, right? I mean, the bullish bias played out against the 55 simple moving average. The bullish bias kind of played out, and we had a clear cut leg to the upside, which was about a 15% move that took the price action all the way towards $9.5 regions, guys. But once again, in the macro context, the entire price action is simply trending to the downside. We have massive sell zones all across the price action targets on the y-axis, which is going to be price levels, guys. So essentially $10 is going to be your key area of interest coming from the sellers itself. If you see Filecoin's price action trending above $10, maybe things are brewing up, guys. And once again, let me just kind of demarcate this entire price action, something which I'm looking forward to as well. I mean, essentially, this is something which could happen, right? We had the first phase of consolidation right here. The accumulation broke out all the way towards 9.5 regions, and maybe something like this could happen. The price action could carry forward all the way towards these levels, and maybe after resolving this entire squeeze, the upside leg will take the price action all the way towards the breakout zone. Breakout zone is at $18 flat. That is going to be the ultimate. I mean, look, guys, we are in a bear trend altogether, which is why the bullish biases are most likely going to play out, but it's going to be very choppy altogether. So if you see Filecoin's price action at $18 flat, that's most likely going to be a sell zone at first, guys. So essentially, watch for the price action at these levels, right? But that really depends on what the price action is doing out of these levels. If you are able to successfully consolidate above $10 and establish a trend above this entire zone, yes, the ultimate target is going to be almost 80% above the current price points, which is going to be at $18 flat. So that is the ultimate indication for Filecoin. If you talk about the relative strength index, although, I mean, this is not that strengthful, guys. The RSI is not... it's not doing what I would really want the price action to be doing altogether, but it's kind of establishing a trend above 60 reads, and if you do that, yes, the consolidation would successfully play out, and the trend is going to be all the way towards $18 per Filecoin, guys. Okay, do we have any candidate for the day? Do we have anybody on the live stream? Probably not, guys. This is way off my time zone as well. It's literally 12 a.m. in my time zone, and essentially I do live stream at 9 p.m. every single day according to the Indian Standard Time, but today it's 12, guys. It's a fucking Saturday night, guys. I mean, Saturday night, it's all about chilling, right? So I'm also chilling and looking at the price action, kind of managing my positions as well in the market. Although, since it's a weekend, I mean, all of my bias is going to go towards $22.5 thousand of Bitcoin. During the weekend as well, if you see Bitcoin trending below 22.5k, that will kill a lot of bullish bias on the altcoin pairs as well altogether, guys. So that is what I'm focused towards for this weekend as well altogether, right? Okay, so with that said, let's simply talk about the weekly price action, because on the spot markets, the weekly candle is going to be closing in the next 30 hours from the current price point. So if you close like this, good things shall follow up for Bitcoin and most of the crypto assets altogether. You can see that this is kind of printing in a good looking inverted hammer candle from $22.5 thousand levels. So if a weekly trend is successfully being established above the 200 simple itself on the weekly time frame, maybe Bitcoin will slowly steer step all the way towards $30,000 flat. At least that is something which I'm looking forward to. Okay, I think Bitcoin on the CMEs is something that is of a massive interest, right? Because that literally closed yesterday, and according to the weekly time frame, maybe it did close above the 200 simple, guys. Okay, let's put in the weekly 200 simple as well. So it kind of, like usual, Bitcoin always making things quite conflicting right here. I mean, this is the price action which is quite confusing, honestly, guys. So essentially the price action did close above the moving average itself, so the following week is going to be key deciding factor for most of the crypto market altogether. But this is what I like, guys. I mean, this is what I like to see, right? I mean, the previous weekly candle was an inverted hammer coming from your $20,000 levels, and the follow-up candle was a clear-cut closure above $23,000. So that's a good looking bullish bias altogether in the small to mid time frames as well. So if Bitcoin is able to hold on these levels, maybe we're going to be filling this gap on the CME itself, which will take the price action all the way towards $30,000. So I think you got to be attentive on the CME charts as well, guys, because that will tell a lot of things about what professionals are doing in the market. Once again, if you want to recap, on the previous stream I was talking about how if you are thinking that you are trading professionally in the market, the Bitcoin CME charts are supposed to make a lot of sense to you, right? Which is why the weekly candle closure on CMEs is going to be it's going to be of a massive significance for the spot price action as well. So until the spot price action on the weekly time frame is closing above these exact price points, which is going to be at $22.5 thousand regions, things will look fine for the crypto market, guys, altogether. Okay, with that said, I think we don't have much to talk about. We'll actually wait for Bitcoin to kind of consolidate above this price point right here. I mean, if this really happens, good things will follow up, and we'll be speculating on $30,000 flat in the coming days, guys. With that said, I'm going to keep this stream quite short and sweet, and essentially this was not a lot of people literally joined in this stream, guys, so which is why I'm going to be cutting this stream short, and I will catch all of you